very big welcome back to Doha and to this third and final day of the Doha 2021 World Judo Masters. Now, Doha has played host to this incredible competition with the top fighters in the world continuing their Olympic quests. They're all trying to improve their world rankings so that they can have a better seeding at the Olympic Games. Saying that, some still have to qualify. 5 categories to go after 2 days of competition, and well, it's Korea leading with 3 of the men's categories that they won, but well, Japan are hot on their heels. It's going to be very interesting for this third and final day. We're going to start with the bronze medal matches in this final block. Of the under 90 kilograms is the category that we're going to start with, and they're bronze medal matches, 2 of them, and then we're going to finish with the finals after that. 5 weight categories to be contested today, and it's going to be action all the way. So, unfortunately, Iglenikov of Russia isn't able to come out for his bronze medal match here. Edward Trippel of Germany has to walk out and accepts it, not the way that he would want to win a bronze medal at the World Masters here. The European champion couldn't make it out, got injured in his previous match, so that is unfortunate. But that man there that you can see had a really great day. Trippel was performing magnificently all day and fully deserved his medal. So we're going to see 1 bronze medal match, and here it is then. Lasha Bakori of Georgia is going to be stepping out against Michael Jank of Turkey. This should be an absolute cracker as well, because both of them have been throwing really big all day, and our sport for the non-judoka out there is all about, well, not only throwing, but we have 3 ways of winning on the ground as well. Throw them flat on their back, you get an ippon. You can arm lock or strangle for a submission, or hold your opponent on his back for 20 seconds. But I'll point out the rules as we carry on. Look out for the magnificent throws. These guys are going to be going for it. We've seen some great ippon judo, which is the equivalent of seeing really good knockout boxing, and we've seen massive throws. So Bakori of Georgia stepping out here. He's world ranked number 12 at the moment, and Jank of Turkey is world ranked number 7. Very unusual style, the Georgians. They come right the way across the body, take unusual grips, but they have to attack immediately. And you can see there, by him coming across there, Jank was kind of waiting for it and decided to try and counter him. Of course, the Georgian style is very much because of the wrestling tradition that they have there. So most of them start in a, well, sawdust pit. It's a round-shaped pit, and they have a lot of these wrestling schools up in the mountains outside of Tbilisi. So a lot of the Olympic and world champions, they go up into these wrestling schools, bring them back, put a judo gi on them, and teach them how to do judo. So we see some very unusual wrestling style movements from the Georgians, but they can do judo as well, believe me. Oh, look at that. So that was pure judo, I promise you. Osodagari there just wraps around the outside of there. Look at that, real reaching Osodagari. Jank of Turkey there just manages to avoid it. If they go on their side, then they'll get a wazari for it. If they throw their opponent on their side, 2 wazaris will finish it as well. Certainly Bakori all out here and well ahead on attacks at the moment. Jank hasn't really got into it. He's going to get a penalty here, and gives us a good chance to have a look at the penalty system. He's already got a Shido on the board. That's that little yellow dot there you can see on the board, and he's just got a second one, and that means if he gets another one now, Bakori will win by default. It'll be Honsokamaki disqualification, and it's all over. So he's got to really open up now. So they've got to stay within that yellow area. If they step outside or if they push somebody outside purposely as well, they can get a Judo penalty. So certain things you can't do. Big thundering right arm, and I remember fighting so many Georgians that did exactly the same. They all do that big right arm coming over the top. And when it lands with a real thud. Look how dangerous it is. And of course, Zhank knows of it and trying to defend. Now, what's going to happen here? Oh, and he nearly counters Pecori back there. So looking for the counter there. Look at the grimace on Pecori's face. The effort is absolutely magnificent. Former winner of this title, Pecori. Nice change of direction there. And now, well, what we like to look out for is the transition from standing down to ground, and you get some fighters that prefer just to stand, and you get others that prefer just groundwork, and then you get some that can do a mixture of the two. And then it's all about transitioning from the standing down to ground. He's got to go to work now, Zhank. And he realises it as well. He's fallen behind. He nearly dropped on the arm there, didn't he? He was reaching so high, Pecori, that Zhank almost had an opportunity to straighten the arm out. Two different types of arm lock. You can take it against pressure against the straight arm or against the elbow joint. It's all over, actually. Zhank gets a third penalty, and Pecori has wanted that big smile there. Says it all. Absolutely piled on the pressure. And paid off in the end. Well, I don't think we've seen him smile all day, but there are some great big smiles now. Very happy with that. Woo! There can be a problem when you get top fighters battling it out, and of course they're a little bit cagey because they don't want to give away big points, and so they play defensively rather than offensively. And I know that it's easier said that offense is the best form of defense, but it doesn't always work that way because you can open yourself up. It's a little bit like having two Tysons going head to head with each other, both of them trying to knock each other out, and one's going to go. You know it, you know, when you see that situation. We have the same in judo here. We get two big throwers absolutely throwing caution to the wind, and you know one of them's going to go over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final.
So now the final. Well, this is a really interesting final here because Gaviniashvili of Georgia was the #1 for quite some time, and then went a little bit off the boil. He had to contest in the higher weight category for the last Olympic Games, but now back to his normal weight, so he's going to have a chance of going at 90 kilograms. And Vanta End is the current world champion, and he absolutely can be brilliant, and he can produce techniques from nowhere. Again, this is a throwing match for sure. Both massive throwers. Gaviniashvili will be looking for the counters, and Vanta End will come from different directions with techniques that wouldn't normally, well, they don't look as if they should be done like that, but he manages to readjust and make them work magnificently and scores incredible ippons against incredible people. So what a fight this is. The under 90 kilograms final. Gviniashvili of Georgia in white up against Van der End, the current world champion. It'll be a strong fight for grips. Look at all the tape around the wrists and around the fingers there. That's to stop them falling off, I can tell you. It's so hard on the forearms and the fingers. You've got to be careful with that. Van der End has to be careful attacking the arm and the elbow like that, because what you're not allowed to do is go against a straight arm. You can't throw with an arm lock on. Luckily the arm was bent. Luckily for him. And Gviniashvili as well. But it's immediate disqualification if you do it, so you shouldn't do it. He's done it again, and it's to get rid of that big right arm. Remember I said that the Georgians renowned for it, sending that big arm over, whether they're left-handed or right. It's a big arm over the opposite side of the lapel. It's very, very awkward. It makes it so awkward to attack them. But they did do a big pickup from it as well, because we saw Gviniashvili launch somebody up into the rafters earlier on today with a huge uranagi. So that is Van der End's game here. He doesn't want to. Oh, that's nice. It's a Wazari. Wazari scored there. Great change of direction from Van der End. Pulled for the Seanagi and then just caught Gviniashvili with the Kouchigari backwards. We'll see it slowly now. Look how he pulls on. He does a shoulder throw to the front, but he switched direction there. Just clips the inside of the foot of the Georgian and takes him backwards. So Gviniashvili has it all to do. It's coming up to the halfway mark. 4-minute contests, but it can go longer. If there's no score on the board, then they fight it off. Even if they've got penalties on the board, it has to be a score. They fight off until somebody scores, or 3 penalties are against. So look at that left arm of Van der End. He'll get penalised for that. Again, he's gone against the arm, and I'd hate to see that go against him. I really would. Look at that. Gviniashvili attacking in Newaza. Not renowned for their Newaza, either of them. So he just managed to extract the arm there, Gviniashvili. Now it's on, big arm on. You can hear the Georgian contingent up in the seats. Every time he flinches, Gviniashvili, they're shouting stuff. Only the competitors up in the seating areas, no audience. It's behind closed doors, obviously, because of the situation. And again, attacking hard against that arm. Gviniashvili realizes the time's running out. Coming up to the last minute. Akikomi this time from Gviniashvili. And now Van der End thinking, I could waste a couple of seconds here in groundwork. But it has to be positive groundwork. And it has to be with a chance of scoring. Now, he's dangerous from here, Gviniashvili. He has a hold down from here, and there was total panic there from Van der End. He almost let him through there, but Gviniashvili didn't quite have the puff to go one step further and get round that leg. 40 seconds left. What a great final. Nothing silly now, it just needs to, this is where the tactics comes in. It doesn't mean that you have to be totally negative. I've seen fighters lose in the last 5-10 seconds of a contest because they're blocking out, they've been well ahead, and maybe a score on the board, a couple of penalties up to the opponent, and they lose it because they just go too defensive. Let's see what Van ter End does. Watch Gaviniashvili, he's coming forwards. Oh, and so close there with that Sianagi. Oh, and he takes him down. This is the hold down. Now then, can he secure this? Gaviniashvili panicking here. Just manages to turn onto his front. And that was really good, positive groundwork there. And he's got a strangle on. Great stuff there from Van ter End. Well, he had a strangle round the arm and the neck of Gaviniashvili, and the pressure was on, and he almost had it with the hold down, didn't he? Gaviniashvili couldn't escape, and the world champion is now the World Masters champion. Remember, this is an event, this isn't a Masters for veterans, this is a Masters for the very, very best fighters in the world. And they're here not only to win the title, but to get very, very important world ranking points. And what it does enables them to get top ranked going into the Olympic Games. In the top 4 is what Van ter End will have been aiming for. He's already at 3. This big points here because it's 1,800 points for a gold medal here, and that will put him up there either second or first in the world rankings. Look at this change of direction. Beautiful pulling action there on the arm. Gaviniashvili thought Sianagi, then he switches it to the Koji. Gaviniashvili thinks, right, I'll have a go at the groundwork there, but he was a Wazari down, and this now is what built up to the strangle. Goes for the hold down, first of all. Look at the arms locked there. You've got to have, it's a strangle with the hands, all right, but you've got to have an arm in as well as the neck. And now the pressure goes on. Look at that, cranking away. And I tell you, it's when you're underneath there, you've got your head trapped. As long as it's not cranking on the neck, then you can get the strangle. It's got to go against the side of the neck or across the windpipe to put the pressure on. And that was perfectly executed there from Van ter End. Super stuff. Wow. Tachiwaza and Newaza from the world champion, and he absolutely did it in style. So many good fighters in the under 90 kilos category, and again, Van ter End came through. What a crop of fighters it was. So now to the ladies. Wow, what a start to the finals. Ladies under 78 kilograms, bronze medal match here. It's an all-Netherlands affair, and, well, we've seen these two head-to-head so often, and this is a problem that some countries have got. They've got 2 people, some have got even 3, in the top rankings. You've got to be in the top 18 to qualify for the Olympic Games. And it's if you've got 2 or 3, then the country decides which one they want to send to the Olympic Games. So these two, trying to prove who's number 1. Stenhouse came out the better of the last exchange between Verkerk and Stenhouse. But Verkerk, former world champion, will have everything to prove here. A domestic sorting out, and this is so important for their own domestic Olympic qualification. They're both well within the qualification. Verkerk really needs the big points, though. She's just inside, and well, Stenhouse Kirk in white and Stenhouse in blue. And as always, you tend to get a little bit of negativity in a domestic because they know each other so well. Left to left here, but I can tell you that Kirk can change direction to the other side as well. What it does do, it exposes the front leg, and well, it's always tempting. If you get left to left or right to right, that means that if it's left to left, left foot's forwards, and always tempting to have a little hook around it, but it can mean danger, and danger of being counter-attacked. That's why it's good to have attacks over both flanks. There she goes. Decides to go right this time for Kirk. Right, so does Surikomigoshi. Changes to the other flank, and you can see straight away there that she caused Stenhouse real problems. There's the first attack, and then a big Kosoto on the leg. So that change of direction is what was needed. Stenhouse just lost in the semi-final to Hamada of Japan. Hamada is a groundwork specialist. We're going to see that a little bit later. Well, it's not enough to just tap away at the legs. You've got to break balance. There's several types of ashiwaza, foot sweeps, that you can do, and they've got to disrupt balance. Or change stance. That's what you're trying to do, really, is to find a way in. It's all about lines of attack. So both receiving Shido apiece. Dominating the sleeve grips, but you can't just push the sleeve grips down. The whole idea of the grip fighting is that you're positive grip fighting with an intention of throwing, not just blocking your opponent out. You can make them look passive, and if they get penalized for being passive, of course, that's a tactic, but don't allow it. So Stenhouse just walks out the area there. She might be penalized for that. One of them, well, no, gets away with it this time, but I think that when they're near the edge of the area, they've got to be a little bit careful, because there's two ways of looking at it. You can either get penalised for pushing somebody out, which is against fair play, or you can step out, which is your fault. If it's stepping out as part of an attack, that's okay. Might just see this going into golden score. Well, it's going the way I thought it might, and I think that obviously it's a difficult job for both of these. Don't want to give too much away, but then you don't want to walk away the loser from this match either. There's the Dutch coaches up there looking in. No coaches by the side of the mat, because it's a domestic. They got to sort it out. So obviously it wouldn't be fair just to favour one or the other. just let them sort it out there on their own. Well, I think it's just going to be one small score that's going to decide this. Last time I saw them fighting, it was a little bit more open, both going for big techniques. This is certainly a little bit tighter. Big difference between fighting with an open mind and then just closing somebody out. And you can play a defensive match and just hope to win on a small score. Win is a win, as they say. Well, a golden score can go, well, as long as you like, as long as they're attacking at the appropriate times, every 20, 30 seconds, and as long as it's positive, as long as they don't break the rules, step out or whatever. But yeah, it can go on and on. We had an 11-minute golden score, as well as the 4 minutes that is the first allocated time slot. Seen some close matches and a lot of golden scores, especially in the first day of competition. Well, for me, Verkerk is the one putting in that bit more as far as the techniques are concerned. Second penalty up there to Stunhaus, and Verkerk has, well, I don't know why Verkerk got that. Just because she seems to be the one throwing the big soda surikomi in. So that was off the ground. That won't count. Minutes 36 into golden score. Well, anybody's match this. Unusual overhead look, that is. A little bit too close. Good if we're looking at gripping, but better if it's a little bit higher, probably. So the referee wants to give a third Shido. I'm not sure who he's going to give it to. It was for ducking underneath there, and I didn't really notice it. It was part of a movement, I thought. They might let it carry on. Can't just duck underneath somebody's high grip. You've got to take it off. So again, part of the movement going outside of the area. Still no penalty for any of them. We don't want to see it end in penalties, but looks like it probably will be. Well, Stunhaus said to me just prior to coming out for her repechage fight. She just said that it's been a long day and it was good to be back because a lot of the fighters have been out of competition. They've been trying to train as best they can and been out of competition for a little while. So yeah, it's getting rid of the rust, the ring rust, you could say. I really don't know which way this is going to go. That's the equivalent of 2 contests that they've just done. Oh, and she does it. Wazari scored there. Stenhouse catches her in the end. And Verkerk, head down, absolutely beside herself. Stenhouse manages to do Ashiguruma and manages to get the, well, she got the resistance from Verkerk. We'll have a little look at it in a second. And Verkerk thought that she could defend it.
Winner and bronze medalist for the women under 78 kilograms in the blue judo gi, representing the Netherlands, Fuji Stenhouse.
So Stenhouse wins the battle.
Medal number
And comes out on top, and it was a really hard match, wasn't it? It really was. If it's ring time that she wanted, she certainly got it today. Ouchigari first of all. It's right on the edge as well, and Ashi Sotomakikomi, and well, she just manages to catch the arm there of Verkerk, gets the rotation, takes her onto her side. Just enough. Still not set in stone, of course. She's still got chances, Verkerk. She'll be going to some of the other events that are scheduled for the rest of the year. Tel Aviv, of course, is in February. Tashkent in March. Tbilisi is also in March. We've got Antalya and then Paris World Championships and then the Olympic Games. Still plenty to come. Still plenty of chances for Verkerk. Congratulations to Stenhouse. Another medal at a major tournament.
It's time for the next bronze medal contest.
Second bronze medal match then is Rihanna Kuka of Kosovo up against Natalie Powell of Great Britain. And Natalie Powell, world rank number 4, and she will be absolutely delighted with her form today. She only lost in the semi-final to Malonga, the reigning world champion. She had some great matches all the way through to there. She beat Verkerk by Ippon. She beat Papadakis of USA by Ippon. Just smashed away right the way through.
In the white judo gi, representing
Lost in the end to Malonga in the semi-final, but now here she is fighting for third. Kuka had a bit of a harder run through. Lost in the quarterfinals to Hamada, then had to fight a final repechage match to Antamachi of Cuba. Managed to beat Antamachi by Ippon, and here she is up against Powell. Powell in blue and Kuka of Kosovo in white. Kosovo having a great tournament. Gold medal in the under 48 kilograms. 2 bronze medals as well. Another chance here of a bronze. Natalie Powell will have something to say about that, though. Extreme left to left. So can't just posture, you've got to attack as well. Nicer person you'll never meet with Natalie Powell. Did quite a lot of work with her in the past, and now working from the Welsh Institute, and they have a full-time setup down there. Darren Warner leading the charge and doing a great job. Kosovans have a group of ladies that are absolutely formidable, all at world level. Different weight categories as well, but every one of them tough and strong, physical, never stop coming forwards. Look at that, Krasniki up there, the Olympic champion, and Jakova cheering their teammate on, and a little bit shy, camera shy by the looks of it. I don't know why. I said it's Kelmendi. I said it was the Olympic champion there, of course. Kelmendi is the Olympic champion, and of course Krasniki, the winner in the under 48 kilos category here. Actually, probably one of the favourites in the under 48 kilos category at the moment, Krasniki. With Billardid, of course. Going to be quite a battle. Well, they're both trying to get round that front foot, aren't they? Both got the same problem here. Kelmendi got a bronze medal here, and she's just coming back, you could say, and just coming back to form. Going for yet another Olympic gold medal. What an athlete she is. Well, look at that, extreme left to left here, and it's either going to be the undoing of them, because what happens is, like I said, it's kind of tempting to have a little hook round that front leg, and they're both looking for the same thing, which normally means that one of them is going to go with it. Left-handed grip, left arm, big left arm over the top, and now, well, you can see that Kuka keeping that arm down of Powell, and she's stronger with it up. Mate called. 26 seconds left of the first 4 minutes. Well, 2 Shidos apiece there, because they're not piling the big attacks in. They've got to put them in. That means they've got to commit. And I know why they don't want to, because they can feel the danger. Not good when you're up against somebody extreme left to left or right to right, and you know that they've got a big technique from it. You don't want to wrap round it. That was good there from Natalie Powell, because she went to change the direction. Jamie Johnson, the British coach up there, and one of my former students, was with me for about 8 years at the Neil Adams Club, and
Golden
that
score.
was a long time ago, but doing a good job here. Look at the sleeve grip here. Natalie Powell still needs to get that big left arm high. Oh, now then, that was close as well. Kuka almost, those big hips coming across there, almost scoring. Natalie Powell just manages to climb off it. She's also having problems with her lapel hand. How important, the Kazushi hand, which is the sleeve hand, so important, but also the Tsuruchi hand, which is the lapel hand. It needs to work in conjunction with the pulling hand. They need to work together. Now she's got the situation. Now going for the strangle. Has she got it? She might just have this. She might just have it. Can she get the leverage? It's got to go underneath the neck there. Even if the fingers go in, she can apply the pressure. So she then comes up, tries to get the leverage. It can't go over the chin. It's got to go underneath the chin. And it went across the chin. Mate call. That was a big effort. Really tiring when you put a massive effort in to try and score an ippon and it doesn't work. And you think, oh, I've got to start all over again. Well, Natalie Powell needs to, I was going to say she needs to free that left hand because that was being dominated, and big, massive hip throw there from Kuka takes Powell right the way over the top. Big Surigoshi, and just ran out of steam, I think, in the end there. Natalie Powell, great effort there, it really was.
Another 78 kilograms in the white judo gi, representing Kosovo, Ljubljana, Kuka.
Still a great result for Natalie Powell of Great Britain. 5th place here is a great result. Semi-final, then fighting for 3rd. But credit to Ljubljana Kuka because she just kept at it. It was a difficult situation, stream left to left for both of them. They were both going for that front leg. In the end, Kuka manages to go high with the left sleeve. That was the key. That lapel hand was always going to be the key there, and then massive, what was it, Oguruma, Ashiguruma. Let's have a look at where the foot lands. Oh no, just big Surigoshi, a big Ogoshi, should I say, and takes her right the way over the top. Yeah, no, it's big Surigoshi. Starts off just over the back there, so she pulls from the back. But it was huge hip movement. Natalie Powell will have to be content with 5th place. So another medal for Kosovo. So the final.
Women under 78 kilo.
World number 1 and 2, just about to battle it out. Current world champion as well, Malonga. And you'll see different styles, but they'll have a different agenda, both of these two, because we're going to see Hamada Shuri of Japan taking every opportunity she can to get Malonga down on the ground. She's got good standing, but she's got phenomenal groundwork. Malonga, massive throw. Here she is. This is Hamada. She has such good groundwork. They all know it, of course, and they'll try and stay standing. But yeah, there's her support there up in the stands.
In the white judo gi, representing France,
This lady here
the world champion.
had a great run through at the World Championships, and now she had a great run through to get to this final of the World Masters, beating Powell in the semi-final. She beat Malsan of Germany in the quarters and Prodan of Croatia in the second round. So Malonga's in white, Hamada. Watch for the different agendas here. Now we're going to see what transition is, and I would think that Malonga will just try and stay on her feet. Oh, a big Osoto! Wazari scored straight away. Now this is where Hamada comes into her own there, and you could see that Malonga was saying, no, I don't want any of that. I'm not staying down there. Big Osoto Gari there from Malonga. Grabbing the fingers, you're not allowed to do that. It's got to be onto the sleeves. Big thundering right arm there. It was almost a punch, wasn't it? Almost. It's got to actually land, and it's got to do something as well. You can be physical, as long as it's with the intention of throwing. So now, different grip here from Hamada. She realises she's got to stop that big right arm coming over the top. So the strategy will be sleeve first, I would think, from Hamada. Drop Seanagi this time. And again, there she is. This is where she's at her strongest. And she can go from any direction here. And this is not a good place for Malonga to be, because Hamada will tie up the top half here. The referee will let it go on as long as it's got a chance of scoring ippon. And this is every chance of that leg coming out. No seconds will count while that leg is in. And now, Osai Komi and totally different agendas, and Malonga tries to turn out, but her arm is also straight. So that was a mistake. She stayed just a couple of seconds too long down on the ground, and it was a huge mistake. Now she's caught the leg of Hamada, and that means that the seconds now are not going on. Hamada is trying to concentrate on the arm, Udigarami or Udigatami, and wow, well, she just manages there to hold out. And Jean-Luc Rouget there, the Vice President of the International Judo Federation and former President of the French Judo Federation. He's no longer the President. Also, he was world champion, the first world champion, men's world champion of France. Up there, sweating a little bit, I think he was. Oh my goodness, it looks like a knee problem to me. Hamada just collapsed on that knee. Well, really don't know what that was all about. I think she's having a problem. The way she walked there looked to me as if she had a problem with bearing weight onto the knee, and let's hope that it's okay. She might have just been a dead leg. So coming up to the last minute, and well, Malonga will realise that she just has to stay off the ground. Into the last minute, has to stay fairly positive here, Malonga. So probably realizing that this is slipping away from her into the last 30 seconds. Good tactical play here from Malonga. It's Hamada that's got to go for it. I don't think she, well, no, she can't do that. She'll get penalised for that. Second penalty just about to go up to Hamada here. Definitely having problems with that knee. Can't just fall onto your back. Any sacrifice throw, you've got to break balance. Good tactical play here from Malonga. She nearly made a mistake, but in the end managed to just keep the leg of Hamada. It was almost all over, wasn't it? And she realised her mistake. Great win for the world champion and the world #1. She will remain world #1, and of course Hamada will remain as world #2. Nice little dance there as she comes off. Brilliant stuff, it really was.
Congratulations, gold medal goes to France. This is the first gold medal in the Masters for world champion Madeleine Malonga.
That was the Osoto. Osoto Gary just reaps around the outside of the leg.
You can see the highlights of this final.
Really long reaping action there. Had good control of the upper part of the body as well. So France have another gold medal. 3 gold medals now. They are now on the same standing as Korea. But they've got silver medal as well, and so France probably going into second place there. I'll have to have a look at how it is. We've got a medal ceremony just about to happen here. We've done 2 finals, 1 medal ceremony about to happen, and then we'll have another series of medal matches and then another presentation. So the presentation then of the men's under 90 kilograms category.
The medals will be presented by the President of the Olympic Council of Asia.
الميداليات ستوزع من طرف سعادة الشيخ أحمد الفهد الصبح رئيس المجلس الأولمبي الآسيوي.
Bronze medalists are representing Georgia, Rasha Bekowi.
Well, two Georgians on this under 90 kilogram rostrum. So obviously one for the future for Corey, but he'll think that he's got a chance still of going. Still 6 months, a lot can happen. Only a youngster coming through. And he's going to put all the pressure on Gaviniashvili. So Bakuri of Georgia and Triple of Germany get the bronzes. Gaviniashvili of Georgia didn't have enough for Van ter End in the end, and Van ter End really doing a good job here with some amazing judo. He really is exciting to watch, Van ter End.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented by General Secretary of the Kata.
Prior to coming out here, well, I just spoke to him in the hotel actually. He said, I'm going to be really careful on the edge. Go a bit too close to the edge at times, and so he certainly stayed right in the middle there. Look at that, can't get any more central than that. Look at that shimiwaza there, what a great strangle. Kata Sengaku, and he managed to apply it to great effect. Netherlands have a gold, and now for the national anthem.
النشيد الرسمي الهولندي.
Thank you very much. Now, family picture with great Vincent Judoka.
Family picture, and everybody on the top of the rostrum there. Two Georgians on the rostrum, Triple and Bakori there with the bronze medals. Viniashvili, silver, and Noel van den, the reigning world champion, still on top of that rostrum. Great performance. So back to the men's, and the men's division, 3 men's divisions today, or tonight should I say, and this bronze medal match here, it's going to be an explosive one. Damian, the European, former European champion, European silver medalist currently, up against Katarina of the Netherlands. Netherlands going for another medal here. Katarina has had an amazing day, actually. Just lost in the semi-final to Kotseyev of Azerbaijan. But I thought he was going all the way. Beat the current world champion in the quarterfinals, and then beat Dosen of Serbia. And he also, just looking at it, he beat Ilyasov of Russia in the first round. So he's had a great run through. Big throwers, so it's going to be interesting. This man goes, well, I was quite interested when I saw Katarina, because he goes from different directions. Seems it must be a Dutch trait. They do have unusual methods, unusual ways of going in for techniques. So let's have a look at this, see how this unfolds. Damian of Russia is in white. Well, that happens. It's just one of the things that does happen in judo. We fight so hard for grips. Sometimes we manage to get fingers into eyes and things like that. It's not done purposely. Well, he knocked off his opponent's hands with 2 hands then, Adamian. Can't do that. He just hit it off. So physical, Adamian. Of course, the problem when you're so physically strong is that you can't maintain it all the time. So condition-wise, you tend to flag a little bit towards the end of a contest. Trying to back Katarina up, and it's up to Katarina to come back into this now, because Adamian has done probably about 7 attacks. Big arm over the top. Oh, look at that. Wow, I said he comes from different angles. That was like a big Kosoto Gari, and hooked around the outside of Adamian's legs there, and he gets lift as well. Wow, that came out of nowhere there, and now he's on the ground with a Sangaku Jimmy, triangular strangle with the legs, and he's got it tied off quite tightly by the looks of it. Can he get the pressure on? Let's have a little look to see how he went in for that there. Look at the Dutch, everybody looking in there saying, how did he do that? It came from nowhere. Well, he didn't get the score for it. I thought that for sure it scored, but no score for it. We just wanted to see how he went in for it, and then whether it was a good landing. But obviously the landing wasn't there. Sure, we're going to see it a little bit later. Ochigari there from Adamian. And now Osoto, it's going to go! Oh, and he scores a Wazari! And straight into the hold down there. He's not coming out of there. I tell you, I've seen him do this today. And just straight into the Kesagatame. And it's one of the first hold downs that you teach your juniors. And he's done it twice today. And they didn't look like they were going very far either. He did it to his Korean opponent. Really strong movement that was. Such power. And Adamian wins by Ippon.
Winner and
Bronze medalist for men under 100 kilograms. In the white judogi representing Russia, Arman Adamian.
Well, we all know who he is. Great result, and just caps off a good couple of months for him. It's all going in the right direction. I think the under 100 kilos is decided yet from Russia.
First medal in a Masters, Arman Adamian, Russia.
Well, I'm hoping that we're going to see the technique there from Katarina.
The highlights.
Has the belt, that means he's got to attack straight away. Actually, we're not going to see it. We're just going to see the technique from Adamian. Just changes direction with it, doesn't he? So he comes in quite high. Osoto, and then turns it into Ashiguruma. I'm sure he's talking to himself there. So he tries to change it to the Osotogari as well, to the back, then changes it back to the front. Bit of a mixture of both there. Great change of direction there from Adamian. In the end, almost Oguruma into the Kesagatame. Osoto, Oguruma. Straight into Kesagatame. No way was he going to let go of that. Well, Makura. Not traditional Makura, but I know judo people out there saying, well, he had his hand over his legs. but it was a variation of Makura. Brilliant, what a start. Fonseca, the world champion up here, up against the European champion, Peter Palcic.
الميدالية البرونزية الثانية لوزن أقل من 100 كيلوغرام.
World ranked 3 and 1. Palcic is the #1 world ranked, having a great couple of months. Fonseca seems to be in the wars a little bit at the moment, but both of these were beaten by, well, really on-form fighters. Palcic lost to Lipitiliani, and wow, he's got a second coming, Lipitiliani. Three-time world silver medalist, and just blasted his way to this final. Going to see him a little bit later on. Kadseyev of Azerbaijan is his opponent in that final, but these two here, Fonseca and Palcic. You know, I said it could be. There have been European finals, world finals, Olympic finals, or the equivalent of, all the way through the event. Watch out for this man dropping in for the first technique. He's the most dangerous over the first 20 seconds out of any fighter in the world, I think. So if he puts the first attack in, which he normally does, Palcic will have to make sure that he squashes it. Fonseca in white. Watch for his drop-down shoulder throw. As soon as he grips up, Palcic's come out thinking, I've got to be first here. I'm sure he is. He's going to go in right now, setting it up. Well, his head's bandaged up, must have caught his ear or something. I think it's to cover his ear up. There's the Sianagi, first in. Palcic was waiting for it. When you're fighting somebody that has really big ippon technique, you have to make sure that you're right on the first few so that you get the feel of them. Otherwise, they're underneath you and you're gone. So it's up to Palcic now. Palcic's got to go in as well. Got to take the initiative. Tries the Sasai, Surakumiyash on the foot. Fonseca had to come through the repechage finals. Well, we can have a little look there at the Ippon stats we just did do. Here they are. 77% there for Fonseca and 64% for Palcic, meaning that most of their contests, Fonseca's anyway, are won by Ippon. Penalties. So there's a Shido on the board there for Fonseca. Can't afford another one of those. 2 Shidos changes the whole balance of the contest. Portuguese up there, showing support. They love Fonseca. They love it that Fonseca is such an explosive fighter, but Palcic also equally as explosive. Well, because it's right against left here, just finding it a little bit difficult with the stance, so it's gone on to the high lapel grip. He's got to be careful about going against the straight arm. You've seen it so often today where they've applied pressure to the strong arm that's on the inside lapel, and you've got to be careful that you don't just put pressure on against the joint. You cannot throw from a standing position against a joint. A lot of penalties, actually, been given out. Bit defensive there, Fonseca gets a second penalty now. Watch how this changes it, because now he's got to take chances. It's going to go in now. This is ideal opportunity for Fonseca. So good balance from Palcic. Good tactics, good balance. Knows exactly what he's got to stop. Certainly it's Fonseca looking for the big score. Palcic doesn't quite know what to do with him. Just beating him to the punch every time. I mean that from a metaphorical point of view. There's Montero up there in the stands. So much experience there. She's so coming into a fifth Olympic Games. Already been to 4, and this will be her 5th if she gets to the Olympic Games. Amazing record. Well, again, he's opening him up, Fonseca, ready to go in for the Cianagi. It's just how fast he can go in, and there he is. Well, definitely he got the best of that first part, and he's the one with the 2 penalties up there. So one more penalty and it would be finished for him, but Palcic is still yet to put a big attack in. Just done enough. Right the way in there, wasn't he, for that Cianagi? We see it so often there, and a little walk on his hands there to try and readjust balance. Now he goes in. Good stuff there. Super sport, Palcic. Even when I've seen him lose, he always takes it well. He lost to Lipitiliani in semi-final, just took it and said, right, okay, I'll do better the next time. Sonisone Kamigoshi! Oh, he manages to avoid it there. And, well, did he use his head to avoid it? Not his fault. Certainly it was, he did use his head, but it was certainly Fonseca that piled the head into the mat. And a great attempt there from Palcic as well. Both of these throwing the big Cianagis in, massive shoulder throws. Great to see it. Battle of the Cianagis. Well, if he struggles at all, it's in the latter part of a contest. He's now in golden score, Fonseca. Whenever we have seen him struggle, it's been in the latter half. Big ash he was as from Palcic. The coaches are only allowed to shout advice in the mate, in the break. They can't do it while they're actually fighting. That's going to be a Shido for Palcic. So penalty straight away. Palchik says, I just slipped. And I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. A little bit of posturing here with the grips, trying to get the inside grip. And he's right. He's pointing to, Fonseca's pointing to the pistol grip. But any kind of pistol grip, you've got to attack immediately. And a pistol grip is just twisting the end of the jacket sleeve. Coach, they're being told, Fonseca's coach being told to fight them down. Second time they're spoken to, they're removed from the chair, so... Oh, now then, and he stretched out there, didn't he, Palchik? I can still see a big throw coming here. As they get tireder, they can still pull out the big ones. He's pistol gripping again on that sleeve there. Goes in immediately, so that's okay. Well, he's got to attack now. They've got to attack. Got to put it in. Fonseca goes again. Here he goes. Got cross grip. Must go in. 3 minutes into golden score. 7 minutes they've been going. Oren Smadja, former Olympic silver medalist. First one actually for Israel. First men's Olympic silver medalist. It's all over. Fonseca gets the third penalty.
Winner.
Just for dropping, and Palchik wins by default.
Representing Israel, Peter Palchik.
Wow. That was a hard fought fight, wasn't it? It really was. Well, I've got to say, he has the same greeting for every one of his fighters when they come off. It's not just Palchik. Doing a great job with the men's team over in Israel. Oren Smadja. Right the way between the legs there, wasn't he, for that Sianagi? Didn't have the sleeve, though. Went off a double-sided lapel.
Once again, you can see the highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
So now for the final. Wow. Two men on form.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final, men under 100 kilo.
31 years of age, Lipitiliani, a three-time world silver medalist, never won a world or Olympic title, but he's a three-time European champion, and he's won this particular event on 3 different occasions.
Referee from France, Mr.
Fantastic to see him back on such good form. Kotsiev of Azerbaijan, he's had an amazing run through, beaten Katarina of the Netherlands in the semi-final. The Elenas of Canada in the quarters. Cho of Korea, the former world champion in the second round, and he had to beat Darwish of Egypt, a former world medalist in the first round, so he's had a hard run through.
5 Grand Slam and 5 Grand Prix winner, Lipiteliani.
Tell you, a nicer man you will never meet. He's such a great guy, Lipiteliani. Great sport and a great fighter. Lipiteliani in white, Kutsev in blue. Unusual judo, Kutsev. Punishes bad mistakes. Look at that. Wazari straight off the bat. Wow, that was so sharp there from Lipiteliani there. Just drops on the arm. The right arm comes across. You can see he landed on his side there, and Wazari in 30 seconds. Best I've seen him, well, for over 2 years. This is the best he's been, for sure. Again, hitting off grips, and you can't just smack somebody's grip off. Got to break it off. There's a big Chigari there from Kotsev. He's so dangerous, he really is. Awkward, dangerous, and strong. What a combination. Big rangy right arm that he keeps throwing over. Lipiteliani doesn't like it at all. He's going to throw it again in a minute. Too experienced, Lipiteliani, he knows it. Big try at Uranagi there as well. It's by no means over yet, because Kutsev, we've seen him come back from behind. Such a hard fighter, and keeps throwing that arm over. We saw how Lipiteliani just dived underneath it, caught it, and went right the way underneath it. I'm sure he's going to try the same again. Well, this time it's to dominate that right arm. And he's got a turnover in groundwork where he ties an arm up. Just see if he gives it a go. Well, he looked like he was trying to turn concrete over there, didn't he, Lipiteliani? So far, just doing everything right, Lipiteliani. Got 2 chances of winning one of those major titles this year, Lipiteliani, with the World Championships and the Olympic Games in the same year. One of the reasons they've done that is so that, well, I think there were 6 events that they needed for points for Olympic qualification, so that's one of them. Now then, can Lipiteliani get Kotsev onto his back here? 51 seconds left. This is into the last minute. Big hip technique there, massive surigoshi. And Lipitiliani just manages to swing round the hips and avoid the score. Everybody's shouting. Oh, he changes it to the other side this time. Yokos to Temiwaza. Changed the flank there, and now he has a little look at the clock here, Kutiev. Because if Lipitiliani can make this really positive, he might just get that leg out, actually. That might just come out. Just a little bit more effort, and he might be able to hold for Ippon. Doesn't need it. He's already done it. It's 1 second left on the clock, and that means that Lipitiliani will win yet another World Masters event. Brilliant performance from him. Just got to watch out for the dive. He might just have a little run over the mat. I don't think he will, actually. He'll just let that second click off. Great sportsmanship, didn't expect anything else from Lipitiliani, and always the same. Win or lose, he's always the same. Great man, and big smile from a great champion. That really was a superb performance. So consistent all the way through the day, and well, I saw him from the opening second. I thought, wow, he looked sharp today, and he just kept it going right the way through. The layoff of Russia in his first round match, well, it was the second round, wasn't it? That Karamov of Uzbekistan, Palchik of Israel, and now, of course, Kotseyev of Azerbaijan. He had a really tough draw. It was not easy. Watch this, opening second, bang, right the way underneath there for the Sianagi. He knew that he was going to come across with that hand, and I can see them rehearsing it in the training area, going, just wait for that arm to come over, and what you're going to do is grab it, dive right the way underneath it. And he did. Nice to see that. Such good sportsmanship.
Varla Lipitiliani, Georgia.
Second gold medal for Georgia.
Welcome to the medal ceremony for women under 78 kilo.
توزيع الميداليات لبطلات وزن أقل من 78 كيلوغرام.
Medal ceremony of the ladies under 78 kilograms.
Judo and Karate Federation.
الميداليات ستسلم من طرف السيد خالد بن حمد العطية رئيس الاتحاد القطري للتايكواندو والجودو والكاراتيه.
Bronze medalists are representing Kosovo, Loriana Kuka. And representing the Netherlands,
Loriana Kuka stepping up there, another medal for Kosovo. Three bronzes to go with their golds.
Silver medalist representing Japan, Hamada Shori.
Stenhouse of Netherlands gets the other bronze medal. Silver medal goes to Hamada Shori of Japan. And the gold medal goes to the world champion, Madeleine Malonga of France.
by the Executive Committee member of the Qatar Taekwondo, Judo and Karate Federation.
الشهائد والورود سيقدمها السيد سالم منصور عضو المكتب التنفيذي للاتحاد.
Big Osodagari, wasn't it, that took Hamada over for a Wazari. It wasn't quite flat on the back. She had to have a little flurry there just to avoid being held down. She was almost there. But credit to her, she did well. Fight of two styles.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Now for the French national
for
anthem.
the national anthem of France.
النشيد الرسمي الفرنسي.
Thank you very much. Family picture with VIP and Judoka.
Family picture, and they all get to be friends. They're all smiling under the masks as well. Sternhurst, Kuka, bronze medals, well deserved. Hamada Shuri, well, it was great to see her transitions from Tachiwaza to Newaza, and just to see the hunt, loved it. Malonga did what she does best, and she's on top of the rostrum, the world champion, world number one, and she is the Doha World Masters champion as well.
Next contest.
So now two heavyweight divisions still to come, the plus 78s for ladies and the plus 100s for men. Shikrahu of Tunisia here, up against Mabala Atanga of the Cameroons.
In the blue judogi, representing Cameroon, 2020 Düsseldorf Grand Slam bronze medalist, Bala Atangana. In the white judogi, representing Tunisia, multiple-time African champion, 19 times IGF World Tour medalist, Nihel Shidruhu.
Quite an incredible record that, 19 times on the world circuit. Shikrahu has medalled. That's real consistency. And the whole idea of the World Tour, of course, is to not only put judo out there on the map, but for world rankings and to win major events, of course. But of course, it's about the Olympic Games. Thank goodness we've got the Olympics. They're still going to go ahead in 2021. A year late, but we'll make it happen. Left against right here, but saying that stance-wise it was anyway. But Shikrahu there decides that she's going to throw a left-handed Sianagi in. Great to see Mabala up there as well. Not a stranger to medals on the world circuit either. Got to stay within that yellow area here, but they're playing a little bit close to the edge, which means that there's a danger of getting penalised either for stepping out or pushing out. In fact, what they do is get 2 penalties, 1 each for not attacking. So they've got to attack, make it positive.
Change rien, tu mets Kata, la première. Fais le relais. Première. Voilà.
So shouting for his fighter to be first in for the grips. Person that gets first grip is normally the first one to attack. Just manages to turn out of that one. Well, drop attacks are penalised. A little bit of a difference, though, between an attack that's quashed by somebody, so you can lose your hand and your grip, and it looks as if you've just dropped on your face, but in fact, the other person has managed to crack your grip off and push you down. So there is a difference for that. Oh! 2 feet out there. I think that it wasn't part of a movement, was it? She might just get a second penalty up there now. So she gets a second penalty just for drifting out of the area. If it's part of an action, then they'll get away with it. But if it's not, they just drift out. And there's another bad attack here. I get the feeling that this is what's going to cost her. Well, that was the last chance that she'll have. If she doesn't get full rotation or doesn't control with the hands, she will get a third penalty and lose this. Needs to go in, and Mabala cannot just sit there and wait. And I think this might be all over now. I think they might get a penalty each, and then it will be all over. Last chance. This is the last chance. Now she'll realise she's got to do something. And that sacrifice technique there, just causing her to go onto her back, left herself open here. And Shikrahu right the way on top. Into the hold down, out from the legs, and she manages to win her 20th medal on the world circuit.
Winner and bronze medalist for women over 78 kilograms. In the white judo gi, representing Tunisia, Michel Shikhrouhou.
Picks the coach up and Says, what do you think about that? Good. Very pleased about that. It was a good transition down. She got away with it a little bit, didn't she? Mabala did a couple of things that were a little bit close to the edge, and that was what led into the hold down. Shikru just went round the legs there to hold her down. 20 seconds is what she needed.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the highlights on the screen.
So a good performance from Shikru. Second bronze medal match then. Kim Hae-yun of Korea against Keira Said.
Referee from Finland, Mr.
19 years of age, Kim Hae-yun. That's the thing about the Koreans, they put their youth out as well because they bring them through the university system.
Two times.
So a lot of their champions come from the university system.
Keira Said. In the white judogi representing Republic of Korea, 2019 Qingdao Masters bronze medalist Kim Hae-yun.
Everything good, and out she comes here, Kim Hae-yun of Korea, ranked 17, and Sayed, of course, ranked 7, so well within qualification. But like I said earlier, the whole idea now for Sayed is to stay within the top 4 if you can. Then you're seeded away from the top people at the Olympic Games, so got a different agenda. Four minutes. Oh, nice change of direction there from Sayed. Gonna have to be just a little bit cautious about wrapping herself around the front leg of Kim, because Kim has an uchimata. She has a technique that she does with that leading leg, but Sayed, I know that she wants to go round it. Certainly not afraid to put the big attacks in.
Aynı kötü, aynı yer.
Always looks cool, calm and collected, Sayed. Now then, what's going to happen? Oh, I think they're both hooked in. They realised that they were on camera then. Now she has the sleeve and the high lapel grip. behind their fellow countrymen there, and Kim has to readjust her judogi. They have to make sure that it's tucked in. They have to do it themselves. The referee has to tell you too many times to do it. They can penalise you for it. Now she has a good dominant grip, and just by pulling the head down, it's not going to be enough. She might still get penalised for it. We never know. Yeah, she's going to. So Kim gets penalised for going down, but it doesn't necessarily mean it just because she pulled your head down that you're going to get penalised. A few other factors as well. Hips going across now, starting to go to work. I would have thought that now would have been a better time for her to get penalised, because she had absolutely nothing she could do there. Well, she has to go forwards now, Kim. She's losing this on attacks and also in danger of losing it on penalties. But Sayet, very experienced. So far, good tactical match. Big arm over the back. Now something's going to happen. There's the Kosoto. You can see how that big high hand is the key. They feel comfortable with it. They can control the upper part of the body. Controlling the head again here, Sayet. Trying for the Ashiwaza, she'll switch it to the other side. Well, somebody's going to go here. Well, anybody's match. Looks like it's going to go into golden score.
알았지?
Well, the guys don't have this kind of trouble with the hair, but got to make sure that it's tied up off the judogi. Now, is she going to get that? I don't think it was a Wazari. I don't think it went anywhere near the back. They're going to have a little look at it to see where the landing was. So, yeah, it's not deemed as a score. So if you do any kind of shoulder throw and they come off either side of the shoulder, doesn't matter, as long as you land on this side. Let's have a look at this. So she came in for a left-handed technique. And no control. It wasn't a technique that was operated by the Korean to change direction. Two separate techniques. Well, very slowly just melted to the ground there, didn't she, Kim? That's going to be it. Say it. There's a very low technique there. I didn't think she had the sleeve, but just pulls the sleeve in, and Kim lands on her side.
Winner and bronze medalist for women over 78 kilograms in the blue judo gi, representing Turkey, Kata Said. Congratulations. First medal in the Masters, Kata Said,
Well, now the celebrations start.
The highlights on the screen.
Creating space there by pulling back, and look how low it was there. Well, she really did have the sleeve, didn't she? That was all about sleeve control, actually. And because you can see the position of the Korean there on the mat, the side completely, right the way down the line there, touches the mat. Well, you can see how important it is to keep hold of that sleeve and carry on rotation. So bronze medal for Turkey and a bronze medal for Tunisia as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final women over 78
Final.
kilo.
Been looking for a heavyweight lady for a little while, haven't they, the French? And now they've got one. Diko of France against Kinzerska of Azerbaijan.
Referee from Georgia, Mr. Vladimir Musovice. Welcome, Judo Highlight. In the blue judo gi, representing Azerbaijan, 2019 Qingdao Masters silver medalist and former world bronze medalist, Irina Kinzerska. In the white judo gi, representing France.
Big support up in the crowd. Well, no crowd, but certainly all teammates. French having a great couple of months. 5 gold medals at the European Championships. Already 3 gold medals here. 2 possibilities here now as well, because they've got the heavyweight men still to come. Got really good spirit, Kanzerska. She comes out, she gives it her all. She really does. So she's going to try and get that right arm over, and there it goes. Has to go in straight away though. I think we're going to see a score, big score here. They're both going to go for it. Now, this is where it can happen, and looking at now, she's landed in the hold down, and it was always going to be a danger. She committed, didn't she? Absolutely fully committed. And Dicko straight the way on top there. Kinzerska's not going anywhere. Just needed to hold it for 20 seconds. Well, 10 seconds. Did she have a score from the first one? Must have done. It's only 10 seconds if you've got a Wazari on the board. What a good performance from Dicko.
Gold medalist and Doha World
4 gold medals now, France, and they go into the lead for the medals. Two consecutive silver medals for the Azeris. Well, look at this here now. Arm over, and really decides to really go for it here. But, well, she did great, didn't she, Dicko? Dicko just changes the direction of the technique here and just falls straight on top of Kanzerska. A big right arm over the top again, just causing problems for her opponent. Started inside, went outside, so the Ashiwaza started it. Then she tries for the second technique here. It's still continuous. Then the Sasai, and it collapses over that support leg, doesn't it? Dicko, though, was right on top of it. The award ceremony for the men's minus 100 kilos category. So happy to see Lipitiliani at the top of that rostrum.
Will be presented by the sport director of the International Judo Federation.
Arman Bagdazarov, former Olympic silver medalist, now sport director of the International Judo Federation, will present the prizes. European champion, Balchik, steps up there. Adaman of Russia, who he fought in the final of that European Championships, actually. Two-time European champion before that, steps up for the bronzes. 2 bronzes, remember. Silver medal goes Kutsiev of Azerbaijan. Valam Lipitiliani. What a great performance from him. Absolutely all the way it was going to be Lipitiliani. He opened up the account in that final with the opening seconds, and he was underneath, gripped that arm, that dangerous arm there, and just disappeared underneath him. Well, he wondered what hit him, didn't he, Kutsiev?
Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Georgia.
النشيد الرسمي الجورجي.
Thank you very much. Family picture with European judoka.
What a rostrum that is. Adamin Palchik, bronze medalist this time. Kotsiev, Azerbaijan, Lipitiliani at the top. World champions, Olympic medalists left behind there. So one category to come, the plus 100 kilos category, and some great matches just about to happen.
Bronze medal contest for men over 100 kilo.
المباراة القادمة الميدالية البرونزية
Bashev,
فوق 100 كيلوغرام.
one of the shortest heavyweights, but very dynamic with his Sianagi, up against Henk Grol, one of the most experienced fighters on the world circuit. Henk Grol of the Netherlands. Here he is, coming out here.
The Netherlands, the Olympic and the world medalist.
Olympic and world medalist, and
Henk Grol.
he is going for the next Olympic Games, of course. World rank 7 at the moment.
In the white,
Used to be at minus 100 kilos, now at plus 100s.
bronze medalist, the current European champion, Tamerlan Bashaev.
Lost to Taseyev of Russia in the semi-final. Who's going to be fighting the great Teddy Riner. That should be a great one. But we've got with great form today, Henk Grol, Bashev as well on great form. They'll be looking for big throws, but they've got slightly different styles. Watch out for the counter tactics of Grol. Bashev in for the Sianagi. As soon as he breaks that grip off there and creates a little bit of space, he's ready to disappear underneath. So experienced though, Grol, he knows that. He's been watching Bashev. he's ready for his attack. Grohl has two hands on. Big arm over the back there. Got a big hip movement from there. Big surigoshi that he does. That time was on the left from Bashiev. Both Bashiev and Tuseyev are the heavyweights representing Russia, and they've got to decide which one of those is going to go to the Olympics. Getting closer and closer with that Sianagi. And Grohl. A penalty up there. I think it was for a gripping infringement. Got his grip, has to go in. And that's what everybody's shouting to him, especially his teammates and his coaches. Take advantage of the grip. Second one up to Grohl, and well, he was the one putting the work in there. He had a cross grip, and so gets penalised for the cross grip. He kept it on for too long. So the whole idea is that traditional grips, you get a bit longer to set it up. But he's the one that's initiating here.
Come on, hey! Come on.
A little bit of frustration coming in now to Grohl. Dutch looking on. Really concentrating. Yeah, I think that was it. Bashiev gets a Shido. Right decision there. And that's why it's going across as a cross grip, because as he goes over the top there, Bashiev is turning his head, moving his body away so that it crosses over. Quite clever, really. That was close as a score, and you can see there that he redirects Bashiev, but he goes over on his backside. No part of the back touches the mat, so no score given. It's got to either be the side or it's got to go lower back towards the upper back, but it was just backside. The only time it can score if it goes backside and two hands are down because it's deemed as dangerous. At the moment, that still scores. Now he's got it where he wants it. He wants a really deep grip there with that belt if possible, and there he goes. As soon as he catches the belt, he's off.
Собрано. Концовка. Внимательно.
Second Shido up for Bashiev. Not getting full rotation from those Sianagis, but that's mainly because Grohl is absolutely killing it dead. Really managed to pull himself back into this. Like I say, it's a bit unfortunate, actually. One of those Shidos, I think, was a bit unfortunate for Grohl. I think he intended to go round the right side, and because of the body position of Basheev, it landed cross-gripped. Still anybody's match, this.
Golden score.
Good attack. Well, he was well known for his leg grabs, Engrol, and now you can't go below the belt line to grab legs, but like all the top judoka, it's adapted to other things. Oh, that's a drop. He's lost it on that. I tell you now, Basheev will lose it on that drop. He just dropped with no hands whatsoever, and he knows that he's lost the bronze medal because of that. Engrol will win. Oh, goodness me. Well, they decided to let it go. Basheev lives again, my goodness. And this time that's going to be, is it going to be a score? Not quite. Just manages to stay off his back. Elbow went down this time, just one elbow, not two. So it was a skipping Kouchigari there, and Engrol is saying to himself, will you get onto your back? Absolutely running out of puff here, Basheev. Engrol looking the better one, with the better condition. Now can he get that leg out? Gotta be careful, Basheev. He cannot drop. This is when you've got to keep quality there. Just an attack for an attack is the wrong tactic, especially with two Shidos on the board each. So if you rotate or you don't rotate, oh, that's it. I think that's going to be it. This time, I think that it will be Basheev will get it. One of the hardest things to do, they tell you to tie your belt up. Your forearms are absolutely exploding with lactic acid. Fingers just not working in the right way, and it's virtually impossible to tie a belt up. So still, they go. Well, they certainly beautiful. That was a really good attempt at this late part of the contest there. But that Sasai sort of Komiyashi there tried to get lift on it, but didn't quite work. But really was a good attempt. Quality stuff. Good seeing Aggie as well. Now it's up to Grol. Grol will have to attack here. He can't just wait for a mistake from Basheev, because Basheev has put it right. Well, they've given Basheev a couple of chances, so they've got to give Grol the same. 10 out of 10 here for effort for Basheev. So Henk Grohl will have to make sure that he attacks hard. Well, if the referee is counting those as attacks, that means that Henk Grohl is not attacking. So because it is a medal match, I'm thinking that just given the benefit of the doubt here, but it's got to do something, Grohl, because those are counted as attacks. Well, what the referee doesn't want to do is to give that against for Bashayev, because they're not really full-on attacks. Henk Grohl hasn't attacked for at least a minute and a half. He's got to do something. Now he starts.
Hey.
Both out on their feet. Got to dig in. I'm sure that Rakimov and Camo, next bronze medal match, are out there thinking, well, is this going to end? Well, the fighters in here know exactly what's going on here. Just need a really good... Oh, no, that's it. I'm sure that's going to be it. So that, for me, is, well, last chance. It's got to be, surely. Wow. Well, some of those attacks are not getting full rotations. They're really not getting full rotation. And, well, Henk Grohl now starting to go to work. And Sorisura Kamigoshi there from Bashayev. And Bashayev, they can hardly stand up, these two. They really can't. And it's coming to the situation where even the coaches are going, how much longer? Oh, it's going to be a score. He scored there, and it's Grohl that gets it, and Bashayev just didn't have the energy, didn't have anything in the tank. I don't think Henk Grohl had anything in the tank either. He kind of fell on it, used his hands there, so Tewaza in the end was what did it. Well, he could have lost it, couldn't he? 2 or 3 times there, Bashayev. Henk Grohl could have lost it 2 or 3 times, and I think it got to the stage where, well, we cannot let it end like that. They've got to have a chance. Look at that. He can hardly stand up, and out on his feet, literally, completely out on his feet. Wow. It was an unusual match. It really was. So Bashayev and Henk Grohl, well, have started this 100 kilo category off with a bang, because they were going hammer and tongs at it, and in the end, look at the hand drive there, gets the drive there with the hands and manages to get a score. He has a little look up at the scoreboard just to see that it was going on there, but definitely he gets him on his side, and it's a definite score. Wow, what a start. And we've got 2 matches still to come. It's all to play for in this heavyweight division. An exciting match. So the second one then that we've got, second bronze medal match, Timur Rakimov of Tajikistan here up against Yakiv Kamo of the Ukraine. And Kamo been on good form all day, he really has. Roberta Shiralia of Italy is going to be officiating. And she'll be right in there in the middle of them if she has to separate them, believe me.
World bronze medalist, 3 times Grand Prix and 1 time Grand Slam winner.
World medalist, Kamo of the Ukraine, former world medalist.
In the white judo gi representing Tajikistan, first time in a Masters.
Had to come through repechage final. Rakimov beating Kim Min-jong en route. Lost in the quarterfinals. There we go, Rakimov in white, Kamo in blue. Don't think I'm going to have any voice left at the end of this. Strong fight for grips. Got to attack off it as soon as they get 2 hands on. And 2 feet out there. Hey! Rakimov will get a penalty for that. 2 feet out, can't do that. Hey! Shido penalty. Got to be more aware of the edge. Straight into the hold down then. Outside Komi, he's got to hold it for 10 seconds. Can he just close it down? No, he can't. Rakimov just has a burst of energy there to escape it. With Yoko Gaki there just to pull him over and straight on top. For the hold down, didn't quite close it down, needed to close down the arms, control the head. Hey! Had a good run against Teddy Riner in the semi-final. Kamo. Gonna switch it to the other side here, Kamo. Kamo is one of the few that I see that sometimes comes out, he'll hold right-handed, then he'll switch it to left. He does it quite naturally as well. It's one of those things that instinctively, I don't think he's ever been told what is right and what is left. And so he kind of goes right and left depending on the movement and the stance of his opponent. There is a tendency to teach people to go the way that you think they should go, and much better to encourage the natural flow of things, especially as it's important to throw over both flanks now. He's got to pick up. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the Uranagi then. Just needs another Wazari. Did this time. Now he's in the position he wants to be in. Likes the close contact. Good judo here from both of these. Good match. Let's have a look up at the clock there. 30 seconds still to go. Rafael Silva there looking in and wondering why he's not there. Of course, it's not decided yet which heavyweight from Brazil is going to go to the Olympic Games between Rafael Silva and Moura. Still hooked up. Could still get a throw from here. Camo. Rakimov, that's where he wants to be. Has a little look at the clock there. 9 seconds to go. He can't block out too much. He will get penalised for it. He's going to get penalty here now, Camo. So it's going to go a penalty each probably, and it'll be all over. There's only 3 seconds to go. So Shido goes to Rakimov, belt grip, too long on the belt. And with just 3 seconds left on that clock, Camo goes through. He wins the match. Already a Wazari up, of course.
First medal in the Masters. Camo, Ukraine. The highlights on the screen.
ملخص المباراة على الشاشة.
So nice opportune technique there. Yukugak there taking his opponent over. He couldn't quite close it down for the actual hold down, could he? Last burst there just made the escape possible. Good performance there from Camo, showing that he is very consistent. Now then, what a final.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Teddy Riner coming out now, 31 years of age, Teddy Riner, and as you can see, his world ranking is at 27, so not in the qualification period at the moment, but this will put him there. So he has to do some of these events coming up. And remember, he is a 10-time world champion, 2-time Olympic champion, Teddy Riner. Up against Taseyev, 3rd in the world rankings at the moment, Taseyev. And I would say that Taseyev, probably one of his biggest dangers in world judo at the moment.
please welcome the finalists. In the blue judogi, representing Russia.
This will be an interesting situation, interesting match. Teddy Riner on better form the last couple of tournaments that I've seen him, coming off a couple of losses, which is unprecedented. One was in the French Teen Championships. I mean, he's just trying to get matches. He hasn't had matches, but certainly this is the first time I've seen him back to his world beating best. Teddy Riner, a legend. In white, Taseyev of Russia. In blue. His grip fighting is absolutely phenomenal, Teddy Riner. Takes the sleeve off, catches the lapel, and dominates the grips. And he does it with everybody in the world. Don't know anybody that he can't dominate the grips for. But the people that he does have problems with are the people that don't mind the unorthodox grips and the arm coming over the top. But Taseyev there, having his head pulled down. It's a Shido for the edge there, going outside of the edge, Taseyev. Not only is he a phenomenal winner, Teddy Riner, but he's also such a physically strong man, and of course so rangy. If you stood next to any of these in the elevator, you'd see that they have to duck to get in. Having his head pulled down all the time. Let's hope that he doesn't just go for the Shidos here, Teddy Riner, but tries to throw. But certainly looking so dominant here, because I thought that Taseyev would really give him problems. Nice little switch there, though, wasn't it? And that. No-handed attack, you can't do too many of those. Second Shido there, just for dropping on his face. Sleeve, lapel, every single time. Taseyev just bouncing off Teddy Riner. Looking for the Osotogari there, Teddy Riner. He's got an Uchimata as well. We've seen him in several contests as well. Go to the Sumogeshi. Nice Ouchi there. It's the sharpest I've seen him for a long time. The most consistent heavyweight and judoka, man judoka ever. So Taseyev is going to have to think of how he can grip and attack here, because so far he hasn't even looked like attacking Riner. The odd time saw the possibility of a counter. Arms on. Looking for the Uchimata. He has the Osoto as well. He'll have to be careful of the counter, Teddy Riner. And there was the counter. Osoto to Osoto. Big high lapel grip. Taseyev has to attack and get his head up if he can. There's the French ambassador here, Ingata, and of course, so interested in watching the great Teddy Riner on his run up to his 4th Olympic Games. He got a bronze medal in his first Olympic Games, then of course in London and in Rio de Janeiro, gold medalist, going for his 3rd gold medal. So it's Shido, and it's all over. Teddy Riner wins, and wins by 3 Shidos. And that is a great run out for Teddy Riner, and he will be very happy with that, because that was a really confident Teddy Riner. He looked to be back to his old self, certainly, as far as confidence, stance, everything about him. His defence was good. He looks fit as well. He looks in good condition, and his techniques looked crisp. And I've got to say that in some of his films that he's been putting out there, he didn't look that sharp, but certainly in this competition, I mean, not only did he prove what a great athlete he is, what a winner he is, but also that never write him off, because he's come back. Like I say, a couple of losses probably did him a lot of good, and he thought, well, I've got to get on my bike here if I've got any chance of winning a third Olympic gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the highlights on the screen.
Wow, France then will have 5 gold medals, and that means that they top the medals here in Doha. Great Teddy Riner is back. 2 medal ceremonies still to come, so don't go away. Give you a rundown as well at the end with the medals that have been won over the 3 days. 14 weight categories. This is the medal ceremony then of the plus 78 kilos category, the heavyweight ladies. Mr. Nasser El Khalifi, president of Paris Saint-Germain. Going to present the prizes here. 2 French gold medals still to come.
Bronze medalists are representing Turkey, Kayra Said, and representing Tunisia, Nihal Shikhruhu. Silver medalist representing Azerbaijan, Irina Kinzerska. Gold medalist and the World Judo Masters winner representing France,
and Sayed of Turkey get the bronze medals here, and of course Kinzerska of Azerbaijan, well-deserved silver, but all credit to Roman Diko of France, because she looked so dominant. She really did. Great change of direction, straight on top of Kinzerska of Azerbaijan for the hold down. It was a really nice change of direction, and you can see there that once she'd equalised her weight, no way was she going to get up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of France.
النشيد الرسمي لفرنسا.
Thank you very much. Family picture with VIPs and Judo.
France on top again. Shikrahu of Tunisia, Sayed Turkey, bronze medalists here. Jaska of Azerbaijan gets a well-deserved silver. The gold medalist, of course, goes to Roman Dicot of France. Gonna see some action shots. Stay with us just for another couple of minutes while our heavyweight men get ready for their medal ceremony.
Before we start the last awarding ceremony, once again, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen. The final results and top 6 teams. So first place, Team of France, 5 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze medal. Team of Republic of Korea, 3 gold medals. Team of Japan, 2 gold, 5 silver medals. Georgia, 2 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze medals. Netherlands, 1 gold, 1 silver, 5 bronze medals. Kosovo, 1 gold, 3 bronze medals. Russia has 2 bronze, 2 silver, 3 bronze medals. Azerbaijan, 2 silver medals. Israel, 1 silver, 2 bronze medals. Chinese Taipei, 1 silver medal. Germany, 3 bronze medals. Ukraine, 2 bronze medals. Canada, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Bulgaria, Slovenia, Tunisia, 1 bronze medal each. Welcome to the medal ceremony for men over 100 kilo.
Medal ceremony then of the men's
The medals.
plus 100 kilos category.
President of the Olympic Committee of Qatar.
الميداليات سيسلمها سعادة الشيخ جوعان بن حمد بن خليفة الثاني رئيس اللجنة الأولمبية القطرية.
Bronze medalists are representing Ukraine, Yakib Khamo.
Great performance from Camo of the Ukraine. Really kept his head all the way through and had a good match there with Teddy Renier in that semi-final. Engrol managed to keep his calm and came ahead of Bashev in the end. What a tough match that was. 2 bronze medals then, Grol and Camo. Tsev of Russia never really got into that, did he? And Teddy Renier, the great Teddy Renier, absolutely dominated all the way through. Back on top of the rostrum where he deserves to be. It's the only place he really knows, isn't it? Teddy Renier has showed that he is well and truly back. He's dominated the grips. Tsev didn't really get into the fight. His head couldn't come up, and Renier did what he had to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of France.
النشيد الرسمي لفرنسا.
Thank you very much. Family picture with Cadets and Judo.
What a great end to 3 days of competition. Judo is well and truly back on the map. We've got quite a few events still to come. We have, of course, we've got Paris tournament, just having a look now, see what we've got on. We've got, of course, Doha, which is next. Israel is next. Uzbekistan, Tbilisi. We've got Paris, Antalya, and of course the World Championship. So lots of events, point scoring events still to come. These men have been battling it out all day. Teddy Riner back to his very best. And France are well and truly on top of the medals. France with 5 gold medals, 1 silver, 1 bronze, 7 medals in all. Korea with 3 golds with their 3 men's gold medals there. Japan 2 golds, 5 silvers, and Georgia with 2 golds, 1 silver, 2 bronzes. The Netherlands there with a gold and a silver. 2 silvers there for Russia and 3 bronzes. Azerbaijan 2 golds, 2 silvers, sorry, and we've got Israel there with 1 silver, and of course then we go to the bronze medalist there. Germany 11th place there with 3 bronzes. Ukraine with 2, and then Mongolia we've got Turkey, Uzbekistan and Bulgaria, all with 1 bronze medal. And we've also got down there, look, you can see Slovenia and Tunisia as well. So what an event it's been. It's been an absolute pleasure to be back in this seat, and I look forward to seeing you really, really soon. I'll see you next month, and it'll be all action again. So until then, until next month, from me, Neil Adams, it's goodbye for now.